All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a cloudy Los Angeles day here. I am Mr. Eric McQuestion. I got my partner, Steve Woolley, with me here. Steve, how are you?
I'm doing great. Really happy to be here. We've got a beautiful Southern California course here. I'm going to take you through this real quick. It's a 14-mile course total, and we're going to have 3 checkpoints and then finish through, well, the finish line.
I mean, excuse my French here, Steve, but holy shit.
It's not easy.
No.
These guys are competitors.
That's true. All right, our first contestant here is Mr. Brandon Epstein, hailing from the beautiful country of Oregon, and he is actually completely grass-fed. And what I mean by that is he subsides and lives completely off grass. Steve, today we'll see if that works for him or against him.
Our next contestant's a funny character. This guy's actually never jumped rope before, but he entered this race last minute and told us that he thought he would win because of his experience in the ninja field. He's actually a 4-time world champ in judo, jiu-jitsu,
No.
karate, parkour,
Baseball.
Okay.
I don't want to speak too soon about any rivalries here, Steve, but it looks like these guys do not like each other. Racers, on your marks. Get set, and let's go! For someone who's never jumped rope before, right out of the gate, Dan's looking pretty good.
You know what? I'll tell you what. These 2 competitors are going to put on a show today. We'd like to take a moment and thank our sponsors over at Crossrope. Crossrope has the best jump rope for weight loss, best jump rope experience on the market. If you like Crossrope, go ahead and click the link down in the description below for 10% off.
We would also like to thank our second biggest sponsor, Big Island Tents out in the Big Island of Hawaii. If you have a group of people and they need something covered over them, they're your guys.
Both competitors are about neck and neck, and it looks like they're getting down into push-up position right now.
Man, a lot of great effort being put in here early in the race. Both Brandon and Dan are showing strong signs, great form, and they're doing really well. Let's see here as we go back and forth between Brandon. Oh my God, Dan just fell down. His elbow popped. His elbow's popped out of his socket.
Ooh, and Brandon's showing no remorse.
Brandon
Look at him laughing at him.
is just laughing at him. Absolutely no sportsmanship here as Brandon just laughs and gets away. Dan looks like a T-Rex right now as he gets up with his jump rope to get back on the course. It's not looking good for Dan, I'll tell you that. Now, the one advantage that Brandon does have is he actually does have 6 toes. All right, ladies and gentlemen, now both racers have entered station number 2, which is the hour-long plank. This is usually where we see people get broken. I've never seen 2 competitors bark at each other like this.
Both competitors still holding strong at 30-minute point.
Oh my God, that is the biggest forehead vein I've ever seen in my life, Steve. It looks like Dan is not going to be completing the race today. Oh my God, he's back on his feet. They're racing. The ambulance came. I don't know where that ambulance came from. We didn't have one on staff here, but he's better and he's racing.
Now Brandon's way ahead of Dan here. He's already about 100 air squats in, and Dan hasn't even arrived at this checkpoint yet.
Dan finally arrives, and it looks like both of them are getting after it now. Oh my God. Steve, I'm not going to lie to you. It looks like Dan is not going to be finishing this race out. Brandon is way ahead of him.
Yeah, and it looks like he's starting to do a bit of showboating as well.
You know, you like to see the racers have fun, but I feel like Brandon's taking a little bit too far here, Steve. Brandon's taking his shirt off.
He's on a phone call?
He is on a phone call now. Selfies. How old is this guy?
Oh,
that's a
it's a pic.
That's a pic.
That used to would disqualify you back in the day. Times have changed.
Despite the odds, Dan is still working hard and coming up from behind.
He's not a quitter.
Not a one-hitter quitter, Mr. Elliott. Yeah, Brandon's pretty far ahead. Oh, my goodness. Brandon just tripped.
It looks like his shoe was untied, a rookie mistake from a veteran.
I'm not saying Dan's going to win this race, but Brandon better put his shoe on and get on his horse.
You know, if I was him, I would just throw that shoe into the bush. It looks like that's exactly what he did.
He threw the shoe. Brandon he's decided to go barefoot, and Dan is coming up. They are now tied. Oh, my goodness, they're tied. Dan crosses! Dan crosses!
Wow.
Dan Witmer, the man with no experience jumping rope, wins the race.
This is history.
What do you think about
making?
that? It's history in the making, right?
It's been made.
It was made. It's made now.
They just made history.
Yes.
Dan just made history.
Thank you. Oh, but look at this. Look at that. This is what I'm talking about. This is the sport of jump rope amazing racing right here. We got Dan, who's already won, going to kindly get Brandon's shoe and put it back on his feet. And now they're jumping around
You know, that's what I love. These guys come from completely different backgrounds, different sides of the world, different culture, and at the end of the race, they can get together and just be jump rope brothers.
Well, I'm glad you feel that way, Steve. I feel like this is the weirdest ending to probably one of the weirdest events that takes place in the entire world.
I don't get paid enough to do this. I'll tell you that much.
I agree. Hey, as always, we'd like to thank you guys for tuning in today for a special Jump Rope Dudes video. If you liked the video and found it helpful or just somewhat entertaining, please go ahead and give it a like below, followed by a subscribe to continue getting more information to help you jump rope, get lean, and live more. I am Dan Witmer. I'm Eric McQuestion.
And I'm Steve Willie.
Yeah. See ya.
And we are the Jump Rope Dude
Commentators.